Today we have the Green Bay Packers, who are coming off of the last 15 years where they've known their quarterback every
Hmm.
single year. It's going to be that guy. And now that Jordan Love's in charge, it's going to be
It's a
very
little
different.
time.
Very different. Is it going to be a hard transition or an easy transition? Time will tell, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting year because they have some parts of their team that are good, and then especially one part, receivers, that is not good.
It's yeah. I mean, it could be solid. Looking at Romeo Dobbs, rookie last year, Christian Watson had a big touchdown stretch last year where he was just
Hmm.
seemed like he was getting two a week there for that stretch.
Yeah,
Running backs are looking really nice though, man.
yeah,
Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon for fantasy users, I think those actually they're going to get a lot of the usage.
yeah.
I would
Aaron Jones,
imagine.
yeah, Aaron Jones in the passing game too. He had 395 yards receiving as well as over 1,000 yards rushing, and Dylan had 770 rushing yards last year and
Mhm.
7 touchdowns. He had more touchdowns than Aaron Jones because he's got some big legs.
Yes, yes,
The squat god.
yes. But no, you mentioned off air, Jordan Love did look very good this preseason.
Hmm.
So I mean, they're in a division with the Lions, the Vikings, and we both suspect the Bears will be better this year than they were
The
last
Bears will
year.
be
So
better. The Vikings, I think, will regress a little bit.
I agree. Yep.
But if Kirk plays like he did last year and Justin Jefferson catches the ball, I think they'll still be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Oh, the Detroit Lions, we haven't predicted them yet, but we have talked very highly of them off the
Hmm.
air and then with our schedule that we
Everyone
have been
has,
doing. I feel like every single time we say a
which is
team's versus the
scary.
Lions, we pick the
Yeah.
Lions. Like
The
I
Lions are
think we have
going
the Lions
17 and 0.
17-0. Yeah. But I don't know. Probably a bottom half of the league in offense, would you imagine?
I would probably agree with that. But
Unless Watson goes crazy.
I think Jordan Love's going to be a little bit better than people expect. I don't know. It just seems kind of the Packers just have a really good quarterback for a long time. They draft a guy, have him sit under him
Mhm.
for 2 to 3 years, and then they end up being really good.
That's the thing.
Maybe the
We
same
have to remember
case.
he was learning under Rodgers these last 2
Yeah.
years. So like we saw what happened when Rodgers did that with Favre. So
Hmm.
but their defense, you mentioned off the air, kind of what's going to probably keep them in a lot of football games. Kenny
Yeah. They
Clark
were
on the D line, Preston Smith, Rashawn Gary, Jair Alexander, a top three corner.
Way Walker too. He left him. I was talking about him before. He was a rookie
Yeah.
last year. Led them in tackles. Adrian Amos, their safety. He had 100 tackles too. Yeah, they got some guys. Jair, as we know, beast.
Mhm.
Did you mention Preston Smith?
Yeah, but
Yeah, led
he's a
them in
stud.
sacks. Uh, they got some guys. I don't know. I'm kind of looking at their depth chart. I don't know if they added that many people in the off season. I think they added no, this one guy I thought they added, but they didn't. I think they're kind of didn't really add too many new guys on defense, unless I'm just blind. Except they did draft Lucas Van Ness from Iowa, outside linebacker in the first round. Um, don't know how he's going to be. I knew that was kind of controversial whenever it
Yeah.
happened, but um, I think their defense is going to be good. And
I think it's a top 12 defense, personally.
yeah, I think well, let's see what they were last year. Let's see. They were oh my gosh. Yeah, they were about like dead center, 15ish, around 15. But I don't think their offense really didn't get anything going last year, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
So like that means your defense is on the field more. They gave up a lot of rushing yards. They gave up 139 rushing yards per game, which I believe is oh no, I think it's one of the worst. Yeah, it's up there like top top 10 worst rushing defense. So their passing defense, I think, was pretty good though. Clicking on that right now. Yeah, their passing defense was like top 5, and their rushing defense was bottom 5. So if they can work on
Jeez.
fixing that rushing defense, they'll be pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like they have to get better, or they have to be good. Like their defense has been kind of good for the last couple years too, which has helped them be so successful every year.
Mm-hmm.
But
No, I'm interested to see what we both say about the schedule here.
I know
Because like we mentioned, a good Lions team, a
yeah,
Vikings team who, like you said, will probably regress a little bit, but they're still the Vikings. Like they're gonna be
yeah.
over 500. And then you have the Bears who are gonna improve. So they start week one at the
I think we do it
Bears.
here real quick. I just realized
Yeah.
something. They're both their tight ends, like their starting tight end and second string, are both rookies. They both drafted them
Mm,
this year, which is kind of interesting.
that is
Um,
interesting.
they drafted Luke Musgrave second round out of Oregon State, and then in the third round they drafted a guy from South Dakota State. So interested to see how those guys do. And then we were talking off air. They drafted Jaden Reed out of Michigan State.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of young receivers, first year and second year receivers, and first year tight ends, and
It might
technically
be
like
one of
a
those
first year quarterback.
it might be one of those situations, wait 2 or 3 years and let all these guys get used to each other and they could
Yeah.
be making some noise.
Yeah. We
But
just
they
don't
start week
know.
one. No, yeah, you don't. They start week one at the Bears. I have them losing this one to start the year.
Yeah,
It's
I think they'll
close.
lose this one. Yeah,
It's
it'll be a
close.
close game. It'll be a game that I will not want to watch,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
I
No,
think
yeah.
they will lose.
Um, week two is at the Falcons, and I have them losing this one as well.
I'm gonna go losing as well. I don't. Their rushing defense could perform better this year, but the Falcons are a run heavy team. Um, they got Bijan, Cordell,
Yeah, man.
Algier. They're just gonna run it down
Yeah.
your throat. So
No,
I
we
don't
we
think they'll
we
hold
missed
up.
you for the Falcons episode because
Yeah,
that's what I was pointing on because like that run defense or that run attack is crazy.
so good.
Um, week three at home versus the Saints. I have them losing this one as well. So 0-3 to start the year. All three of those games are winnable though. Like they could
Yeah, they're all winnable.
flip it.
I'm gonna give them a win against the Saints. I think.
Okay.
What the heck?
Week four at home at Lambeau versus the Lions. This is where I think they get their first win.
I think they're gonna get the Lions. I think they're gonna split with them.
Okay. Week five at the Raiders. I have them losing this one.
Your Raiders going 16-0.
I know.
I'll have them lose. I'm gonna have them lose against the Raiders.
Okay. That's a Monday Night Football, I believe. Yes, Monday night. Week six is a bye, and then week seven at the Broncos. Ooh, I forgot what I said for the Broncos episode. I assume I said the Broncos winning. I will say the Broncos win this one.
I'm gonna have the Broncos win just because they have them at home.
That's tough. Week eight at home versus the Vikings. I'll have them win this one.
I think they're gonna get the Vikings here too.
Week nine at home versus the Rams. I have them winning this one as well.
I have them winning as well.
And then week 10 at the Steelers. What did we just say for that Steelers
Yeah,
episode?
I'm assuming I had the Steelers beating them, so I'm gonna
I
have
think
them
I did
lose.
too. Okay. I have a loss there. Week 11 at home versus the Chargers. Oh, man. We have to remember this is going to be November. So I said this
It's
during
gonna
the
be
Patriots
cold.
episode. It's going to be cold.
Yeah,
I will have the Packers win this one for their fourth win for me.
I'm gonna say they lose.
That's,
Justin
yeah,
Herbert's just so good.
he is.
Eckler,
Week,
Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Quentin Johnston.
please stay healthy. Please stay healthy. Week 12 at the Lions. I'll have them lose this one at the Lions.
I already had them beat the Lions, so
Yes.
loss. I almost said win accidentally.
Week 13 at home versus the Chiefs. I'm going to go a loss here, but I could see a world where they win.
I'm gonna go loss because the Chiefs play in the cold all the time
That's true.
anyway.
That's true. That's true. Week 14 at the Giants. I will have them win this one at the Giants.
Yeah, when I don't like the Giants.
Week 15 at home versus the Buccaneers. I'll have them win this one as well.
When
Week 16 at the Panthers. I have them losing this one.
tempted. Um, I think I may agree with you and go loss. I think Bryce
Mhm.
Young will get it a little bit figured out there at the end of
I
the
think I had the
season.
Panthers as like 8-9. Like I think they're going to be solid
Okay,
here.
I don't know. Okay, I'm making win. I'm doing win now. I changed.
At the Vikings, week 17, I have a loss here at the Vikings.
Loss.
And then to finish the year, week 18 at home versus the Bears, I have them winning.
Have a win. Dang.
I'm
I had
at
them eight and
7 and
nine.
10. 8-9.
Eight and
Okay.
nine. Their division just isn't so strong, and they play. So that's half their wins right there is from their division because them split everything. And then the Bucks and Panthers are good matchups.
Yeah.
Like their
Yeah.
schedule isn't terribly hard, honestly.
No, it's not hard at all. And honestly, I think those first 3 weeks kind of tell you, like, if they come
Yeah.
out flying and win all 3 games, start the year, and
Hmm.
I don't know, they could make some noise.
Maybe
But
the young guys are just playing, just going out there free and playing.
I know maybe they click right off the bat. Like they play the Raiders, the Broncos, the Chargers, like those we didn't really have a game on there besides maybe the Chiefs that where we were like that's a definite loss. Like they could make
Honestly,
some
yeah.
noise.
The Chiefs is probably the only one. That's really one of the only big team, like really good proven teams, like the Chargers, but they always seem to lose a weird game,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I think that's why you had them beating the chart. No, you had them beating the Chargers, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But
I have 7 and 10. You have eight
I'm
and nine.
just yeah, I'm just so excited to see like we have no idea how good he's gonna play. I just like
I
the
know.
young quarterbacks, like I know you watch them in preseason, but that's not
It's
the
not the
real
same.
deal. Like you have no idea how CJ Stroud's gonna play, Bryce Young, even Trevor Lawrence in his third year. Like, how's he gonna do? Please be
Yeah.
better. Please be amazing.
But no, it's going to be an interesting transition for the Packers this year and the next couple of years, to say the least. We'll see if it's going to be a short transition or a long transition.
Hmm.
But that wraps it up for the Green Bay Packers. We have the Commanders and the Seahawks coming up after this. Um, and then I mean, we got to start pumping out probably game picks next week and fantasy
Yeah.
and like there's a lot
The
of news.
NFL starts this Thursday.
Yeah, it's like 6 days.
Lions, Chiefs. Go
That's going to be a
Lions.
showdown, guys. That's good. Like
Yeah.
that's gonna be must watch TV.
That's gonna be
But no,
fun.
that wraps it up for the Green Bay Packers. Of course, like, follow, and subscribe, and we will see you guys for the next one.
See you guys.